Good evening, YouTube. So I spent the night last night at wherever it was that I was at, Schuyler, Nebraska. And as it turned out, when I got up this morning and I went over, back over to the, there's a cold storage across the street from the place I unloaded at. It's the same stuff. It turns out that the load was already loaded, and so I basically, and they, since they loaded the thing and then they put it back in that plant, and so the trailer that I was picking up was already there, and it was already loaded, which I was kind of surprised by. And so that load comes to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Well, I've made it to Oshkosh, and Wisconsin, and I've still got, I don't know, maybe about 50 miles or so to go to get to the place where the load delivers to. It delivers at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, once I made it into Wisconsin, I was thinking about stopping at South Beloit, Illinois. That's where I had to get fuel at, and so I was thinking about stopping there. Those truck stops were kind of full. It was still somewhat daylight, but it was getting later in the evening, and those were getting pretty full. And so I thought, well, I've still got 2 hours and 45 minutes that I could drive, so I decided I would go ahead and go on, and then kind of ended up regretting that a little bit, because the first truck stop that I thought I'd try stopping at, of course, it was all jammed up. And the problem is that, this part of Wisconsin anyway, probably most of the state of Wisconsin, is pretty well, it's very populated. And so you got people, because it's so populated, you got people that are parking their stuff, they're parking their trucks, or they're dropping their trailers in these truck stops, even, that you'd think, well, this is more of a rural area. Well, they're still dropping their stuff in there. They're using those truck stops, in other words, as parking lots. And that's really irritating, because, all I want to do is just find a place to stop. So tried another truck stop, and of course it was full. And then I came, I don't know, it was about 6 miles farther, and then there's some kind of it's like a quick trip or something like that, quick stop, quick trip or something, and they've got a few parking spots, truck parking spots. So I was able to kind of, of course all those were full, but there's a kind of a parking along the edge, and there's other trucks that are sort of doing it around the edge of the parking lot. And it says 1 hour parking, customer 1 hour parking. The worst they can do, I guess, is come and chase me away. I don't think they will, because there's other trucks, and the place is full. So if need be, probably about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, some of those trucks that are parked in here will probably be leaving. And so if it really came down to it, then I would go ahead and move later, if there was a place to park. But I don't think they're going to bother me, because I'm out of the way and everything. So but the parking situation here in Wisconsin, at least in this part of Wisconsin, I'm on US 41 now. It's kind of ridiculous. Got lots, I don't know. I guess it kind of comes with the territory. Once you get sort of a big population buildup in an area, then it sort of all becomes urbanized, and then you have the problem of where, these people, there are lots of trucking companies around here, and then where am I going to park my truck? I'll park it in a truck stop. And that's you know, I don't know if I was in the truck stop business, I would be. There has to be a way of policing that, or at least start charging for parking. I would pay for parking in a situation like this where I was kind of running out of time. I would pay for parking, but these people, even in this truck stop right here, there are people that have dropped their trailers. Truck stop shouldn't allow that. You should make them pay if they're going to do that. So, but anyway, I found a place to park. And as I say, the worst they can do is come chase me away. I don't think they will. I think I'm fine right here. And, like I say, I'm sort of parked around the edge of their parking lot with other trucks that are doing exactly the same thing. And my truck isn't really blocking anything. But there's certainly not enough parking spaces around here, I can tell you that much. But so anyway, from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, I'll catch you later.